Hi, I'm Danielle Dozer, and this is my MATLAB 2012 project. I did a BMI calculator, which I thought was creative, but apparently that seems to be a common theme, so I'm sorry if you're bored. But here's my script file that would initiate the program. When you run this script, it starts off with a welcome box or a welcome display of text, which welcomes you to the calculator and asks for your height in meters. I did the metric system, because it seemed to be the easiest in terms of the calculations backwards and forwards without a conversion factor. What is your height in meters? I'm approximately 1.72 meters, which is approximately 5'8". It then asks you for your weight in kilograms, and I personally weigh in the 50 to 60 kilogram range, which would output one of my 4 if-else statements, saying that I was within the healthy BMI range. I have 4 if-else statements, one for obesity, overweight, normal range, and underweight. The one that's the most interesting is the obesity, because that is where my while loop is. But just so you know, the underweight if-else statement puts out a statement being concerned and asking if you think you have a mental or eating disorder, and tells you to contact a nutritionist and or campus psych services, and also gives you a phone number. Normal range tells you to keep up the good work and continue eating healthy and exercising right. Overweight is just slightly out of range of the normal BMI range, and it is only a 1-point range. So for that one, I didn't do any special calculations, but just said, hey, you're just on the verge of being healthy, remember, old habits or whatever you used to do to get back into a healthy BMI range. And then for the obese range, which is BMIs above 30, we will walk through that. So to be overweight or obese in my height range, you'd have to weigh approximately 93 kilograms. Using the height and weight as input variables to X and Y, and then using my first function, the BMI function, as seen right here. My BMI function. You calculate the BMI, it stores, which then you can see in the command window, it outputs and says, this is your approximate BMI. To simplify my coding, I asked the user to retype or copy and paste the outputted BMI so that I could store it as a new variable. So from that variable, because it is greater than 30, the if-else statement for obesity pops up and gives you a warning that, hey, you're overweight, you need to get back on the right track, such and such. My while loop then takes that BMI and at that specific height and calculates what weight you could possibly be at your largest weight but still be in a healthy range, which for my height would be 74 kilograms. So using simple math after the while loop, I calculated with the initial weight of the user minus their largest weight that they could possibly be, to subtract them and find how many kilograms they need to lose, which for my case would be 19 kilograms. This is interesting. This calculator is mostly interesting for somebody who is significantly overweight, It's a fast calculator of, so it does calculate the rapidly what weight your target weight should be and how many kilograms you need to lose to obtain that target weight. The rest of it is kind of just keeping in check for other people who would be less overweight or within a healthy range. You can also see that the figure that pops up is a graph that plots BMI versus weight at the user's height, which is just kind of interesting for them to see the direct correlation and where they would need to be for their BMI and their weight to be appropriate. Here's the script file that provides the coding for the program that we just walked through. As you can see, most of what was used was displayed text or an input variable to store their height and weight as an input, and then store also their BMI after that is given as an output. You can then see the 4 if statements that showed the different ranges of BMIs and with respect to where they fell on a weight chart of health. Within the obese range, there is this small calculation of the while loop to determine what their maximum weight would be to still be within a healthy BMI range, which would be something less than 25. Following that outputs that weight, and then the display text below doing the simple subtraction of their initial weight and their suggested weight gives you the amount of kilograms that they should lose. And then at the end is the plot statement that plots the graph of the BMI with respect to their height, and then you can see the array that was used using the selected Y values over the course of what seemed to be the most reasonable weight range. And that is my project. Thank you. Thanks for a semester, and good luck with your next group of kids. Bye.